you would see that it was 2 more crypts. This is setting the stage for some serious ghoul massing that Axelav will be pulling off later. And you can also see right now that Silence is going to go in and attack Axelav's left expansion. Axelav immediately unsummons the tower that isn't upgrading, and he's going to run over and unsummon that Necropolis as well. Pretty soon. I'm pretty sure I watched this replay. Of course I just. I always watch the replays before I make audios. That would be fiendish to not. But, hey, Axelav really should double back here and unsummon that Necropolis with a lot of gold lost if he doesn't. Anyway, now you can see that at the same time Axe has been hitting Silence's expansion, again going straight for the Acolytes rather than going for the towers. However, Silence managed to run his Acolytes pretty far away, but Axe is now going for the Spirit Towers, trying to take them down before they can do too much damage to him. Silence still destroying the Necropolis that I thought was being unsummoned, but actually wasn't. And if you notice, Axe... oh, never mind. Axelav has made a illusion of his Crypt Lord. Sometimes, if you have the Wand of Illusion, it's a good idea to make an illusion so that you can... No, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying about that. Sometimes it's good to make illusions. Yeah, sometimes it is good to make illusions. But anyway, Axelav is forced to teleport. At this point, I'm pretty much shotcasting this game, but it gets better, guys. So, as of right now, Axelav's probably thinking, crap. I just lost, like, all my army at some stupid battle at an expansion. You know, I'm just chilling. And he's fending off a harass right now. But, yeah. But then if you take a look at Axelav's base, there's a whole bunch of ghouls coming. And those are the ghouls that have been produced from the 3 crypts of Axelav. Now, this is what I call the Tri-Crypt Ghoul Mass Extravaganza Bonanza. Yes, I did make that up. And, yeah, I did make that up, like, just now. And so, right now, Silence probably thinks that he has Axelav on the run, because Axelav is carrying around 2 ghouls, along with his Crypt Lord. But little does he know that there are 5,000 ghouls right behind him. This is definitely resembling a game of StarCraft rather than Warcraft. I remember the days when I would see this many Zerglings fighting each other on a flat battlefield. No heroes, but a whole lot of fun. And you can see that Axelav right there uses Impale to surround the Crypt Lord. Impale is a decent surrounding tool. It's not the best, but it can be used for some success. Mostly it's good against things like mass ghouls, as Silence has been getting this game. So, talking strategy-wise, I think rather than going for this 4-mine mass ghouls that Axelav had gone to, a fast expansion with a dual or a ghoul rush is maybe a viable strategy against orcs and possibly humans, as long as you hit them before they get slow. Yeah. You can do it to Night Elves as well, and a lot of the time you'll catch a Night Elf on guard while they're just trying to throw up either a couple of Ancients of Wind or some Ancients of Lore, and if you catch them off surprise with a Death Knight and a Dreadlord and a whole bunch of ghouls and 2 auras, they're not going to be able to stop you. And so now we see one of the culminating battles of this here remarkable game of the Centurion, wherein KOD Axelav uses a whole lot of ghouls to fight a whole lot of ghouls from Silence. There's a lot of sleep being used, there's spells, there's that thing that makes the ghouls healed whenever they attack, that aura of the vampire. And, really not that much going on. Axelav making excellent use of his, Wand of Illusion. And Wand of Illusion can be a vital tool. Oftentimes I find that if you have a Wand of Illusion, it is good to make illusions of your most powerful units, and then put them in a separate control group, send that control group into a battle, and then set the rest of the units into the battle right after it. Oftentimes your opponent will think that you are just stupid and you accidentally let a couple units get ahead. He'll think he has free kills. He'll go for them, which allows you enough time to get set in your battle, or it'll just tank a bunch of damage for you. And so now Axelav is once again lulling Silence into a false sense of security by running away, where in reality he has another 10,000 ghouls coming. Ghoul Frenzy is a very nice upgrade, and I would recommend it to anyone who masses ghouls, mostly because if you don't have it and you're a ghoul masser, you're not massing ghouls well enough, I'm sorry to tell you. And you'll notice that KOD Axelav is using his other 9 ghouls to cut off Silence KTP. He's running them in front of his army so that he has a sandwich on the army there. Except that the Crypt Lord stopped for a second to go over and creep. See, when you have this many ghouls, you can do ridiculous stuff, such as creep out an orange camp while harassing with 9 ghouls. Which, I gotta say, I've always dreamt of doing. This is a pretty good creep camp right here if you're watching the Crypt Lord for KOD Axelav. He picks up an Anka Reincarnation as well as a Tome of Experience. And, let's see. You can see Silence KTP has gotten an orb on his Dreadlord, just in case Axelav decides to suddenly start making gargoyles out of those crypts rather than ghouls. But I think Axelav's pretty happy with the ghouls that he's making as of right now. Although either side in this game could have made gargs and yeah, really won a lot faster. You can see right now that Silence is in the process of making some gargoyles. We probably won't be able to see them before the end of the game, however. It's pretty disappointing that it's almost over, this hilarious romp of a game. And there's a teleport in by Silence KTP with an unfortunately small amount of ghouls in comparison to KOD Axelav's Ghoul Force Delta, which is what I've named it just now. Popping scrolls. Scrolls of Protection are very good in mass ghoul battles because anything you can do to give your ghouls an advantage, including auras or, say, scrolls, is a really good thing to do. And you can see that Axelav now has Silence on the run. Here we have Silence trying to pull off a surround. Pulling off a surround with Dreadlord, it's pretty hard, but it can be done. You know, it can be done fairly easily. Just remember, sleep. Take your control group of units, run it past the thing that you're trying to surround until all of your units are sort of already surrounding it but aren't actually. Then you hit the M key, click the unit you're trying to surround, M key, click, M key, click, M key, click, until you've completely surrounded a unit, then A click, and yeah, that's how you surround. I know it's a pretty bad way to learn it just from a guy telling you like this. But, and there we have the end of the game, by the way, in case any of you are still paying attention to that. Yep. Okay, so anyway, that was KOD Axelav beating Silence KTP with four mines, 3 crypts, and a whole lot of ghouls. So, as far as that being a viable undead versus undead strategy, actually, you know, ghouls can't take down expansions really well. So if you set up 2 or even 3 expansions, your opponent's probably not going to be able to take down more than 1. And if you set up 3, 2 out of 3 ain't bad, as the people say. And that'll more than pay for your failed expansion in the long run. So, I think the point of this game, rather than being a little bit humorous here, is to show that undead also need to expand, and stop whining about night elves constantly expanding. Because you see, you can expand pretty much just as easily. With a couple ghouls, you can creep out all those mines on Lost Temple within 7 minutes of the game start. So, if you're really tired, as an undead player, of night elves mass expanding on you, I would recommend mass expanding on them, or maybe doing it in an undead mirror, just to, you know, just to get your spirits up. So, anyway, in conclusion, this has been a Wicked commentary for WCReplays.com. Now, I realize that this audio commentary wasn't one of my top-tier audios, but I thought it was not too bad. A lot of you guys are probably going to say, OMG, I didn't learn anything. And I'll say, F you, Nublet, this is like 10 out school. Face, LOL, dead. Wicked, signing off.